everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing this crazy sort of look. I just wanted to sit down and film something quite dramatic because I did a look. I'm going to insert it right here of a look I did, I don't know, I want to say a year or two ago. It'll have the date anyway of when I did it, and I just wanted to do something with that kind of a cut crease. And I'm just going to be using this palette here. Now excuse the state of it. It's been through hell and back, I feel like, at this stage, because I use it quite a bit, and I pretty much use all of this side here. So yeah, if you want to see how I did the look, then please keep on watching. So I'd say you know the drill by now. I like to mix the Plouise base with the Inglot under eye concealer, and the shade I'm using today is 97, and then the Rumor is in shade 2, so the original color. And I just like to mix them because the consistency is a little bit more fluid. I don't like a too dry of a base for eyeshadow. For carving, I would prefer a drier base, but just to kind of slap it on all over the lid, I prefer it to be a little bit more fluid. And then I just took my beauty blender sponge, the Real Techniques one, and I blended that through just to make sure all the edges are nice and blended. So the first color I'm going to apply in the inner kind of third of my eye is called Mr. H. It is a really beautiful peachy color, and I'm just really just buffing that in through the crease there in that inner third. And then just a kind of a continuation on the color, I'm taking Morning Glory and I'm continuing on that kind of blown out shape right through my crease. So I'm just really lightly with a really light hand blending that color out, making sure the edges are nice and blended. And then just to darken everything up, I'm taking the shade Mini from the palette and I'm darkening up and kind of wisping out the outer corner. I do want this blown out quite far, but if obviously you don't want to blow it out as far, you can make it a little bit smaller. Now I'm just taking the lighter colors I used just before, so I have a really nice blended out edge. Especially if you do both eyes at different times, make sure that both eyes are blended really nicely together. Then just to kind of highlight my brow bone, but also kind of add a little bit of warmth to it, I added yellow, which is the shade Manchester from the palette, and I just think, I don't know, I just thought it made it look really nice. Now I'm just going to take some Duraline, and I freaking love Duraline, and I'm going to be carving out my crease with it with a really skinny concealer brush. And yeah, that's what I'm pretty much doing, and I'm just wiping away the excess. Obviously when you're carving, you want it to be high enough that you can still see it when your eyes are open, but also take that in mind to carve it high enough, because we are going to be now using another base from Plouise, this blue one here, and I'm going to be I mean, it looks like I'm gonna be filling the entire lid, but it's kind of hard just to keep it to that one little skinny area. So what I'm doing first is I'm taking that base on the same flat concealer brush, which is the 22T from Inglot. It is super skinny, and this is the best kind of brush to use for precision work like that. And I'm basically making sure that all the kind of lines and everything is nice and opaque just by the cut crease. And then I'm going to be setting that with the shade called Marine from the palette, and then I'm going to be carving that out just to get that really skinny line. But before I do that, I actually threw on some silver sparkles from this liquid eyeshadow that Be Perfect came out with last Christmas. Really nice. So I did carve that with Duraline, but I didn't film it, my camera shut down. But once you have that all cleaned up, I went in with my concealer Plouise base concoction, and I just applied it on the lid just to prime them for the eyeshadows, and I just applied a really even kind of coat. So what I did on top is basically what I'm going to do on the bottom. So I started out with the yellow, then I went into the hot pink, and then the dark kind of plummy purpley shade. Going from light to dark, I swapped I can't talk. I swapped to a smaller brush just so I can get really up close to that line. There is no easy way to do this kind of look. You really have to just take your time and use tiny little brushes just so you don't kind of disturb the nice blend that you have going up top. So use a smaller brush, and I'm just kind of checking back and forth between the two eyes to make sure that they're both reasonably the same length, the same darkness. So yeah, then I'm just applying some concealer on the bottom of the eye, and then I'm just gonna line my top lash line with the eyeliner from Aldi, which is really nice. It's a waterproof kind of liquid liner pen. Really like that. So once I have the liner on, I pretty much just took a matte black eyeshadow and I buffed out the edge of that liner because I finished the liner kind of abruptly. So you can wing this out. It will look nice if you don't want to add black, or if you're afraid of kind of ruining your blend. Wing out the shadow instead, or kind of make the edge of that liner not end in like a little just straight line. That's what I did because I knew I wanted to apply some black there. So I'm really freely kind of applying the black and then wiping away the excess just to make that wing part really sharp with makeup wipe. Then for my inner corner, I actually highlighted with the yellow again. I don't know, I just thought it looked really cool. I wouldn't normally highlight with yellow, but I just thought it looked really nice. And then on the bottom, I applied Morning Glory and then Mini yet again, just to blend everything together, and then finishing up with the black from the palette that's called Mafia. But I mean, any black will do. You don't obviously have to use the exact same colors. Just kind of thin around the color family and you'll be able to recreate it pretty much all the same. Then I just wanted to add a little bit more highlight to the brow bone, so I took the shade Muffin, which is a white, and it reflects pink, so it was really nice. Then in my waterline, I applied a gel liner from Inglot, and I thought the blue would just be a really nice pop of color. It was super summery, and I thought, why the hell not apply this really nice baby blue as well. I just think it really completed the look quite well. And then I finished off with lashes, but I'm not exactly sure where these are from. Could be Pennies, could be Baby Doll, I'm not really sure, but yeah, that is the look. So this is the finished look. I really hope you liked the video. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!